To add the ability to create new items, we create another processor. Under Core, Components, Simple Extra, src, Processors, Item, add a new file create.php. We add the namespace and use statements like before. This time we extend the create processor class. We just define the properties class key and object type, and that is all that's needed. To use this processor, we add a new Ext.js component to the file items.grid.js. We use the same boilerplate code for an Ext.js component as before. We change where the constructor function is stored and alter the X type. This component extends MODX.Window. In the configuration we add the width of the window. The close action close determines that the window is destroyed when it is closed and not just hidden. We define the MODX connector as the URL, and the qualified name of our processor as the action. Then we define the form fields in this window. The field name is of X-type text field. The anchor property is to make the field as wide as the window. The X-type of the description field is text area. Make sure that the name property of the field is the same as the database column. We add a button to the top bar of the grid to open the window. The arrow causes the search field to display on the right side of the grid. When the button is clicked, the create item function is called. We add this function beneath the existing search function. In the function we load the window component we created earlier. We define the window title and add a listener. After a new item was successfully saved in the window, we reload the data in the grid with refresh. We display the window with show. Let's test it in the manager. Click the Create Item button and fill in the field's name and description. Then click Save. A new item is created and added to the grid. Let's check the requests in the developer console. First, there is a request to our create processor, with the window fields as the request parameters. The new object is in the response. The second request reloads the grid data, using the getList processor. Let's take a look at the source code of the create processor. The file is located under Core, src, Revolution, Processors, Model, Create Processor.php. In the initialize function, a new object is created. In the process function, the two functions before set and before save are called. If you override one of these functions, you can prevent the object from being saved. Let's override the before save function, to make sure that the field name is not empty. With get property we read the value of the name request parameter. If this value is empty, we add a field error. Now in the manager, when you don't fill in the name field in the window, an error message appears and the item is not saved. To allow the user to delete items, we create another processor. Let's copy all the code from the create processor to a new file remove.php. Delete the before save method. Change the class we extend to remove processor. And the name of the class to remove. In the file items.grid.js, we add a get menu function to the grid, to create a context menu. If the user clicks on remove item in the context menu, the function remove item is called. Now we create this function. We check that a row is selected in the grid. Then we display a confirm message. If the user is sure that he wants to delete the item, the remove processor is called with the ID of the selected row as the request parameter. If the request is successful, the data in the grid is reloaded to show the change. Now in the Custom Manager page, when you right-click on a row and select Remove Item, the Confirm dialog appears. If you click Yes, the item is deleted. First there is an AJAX request to the remove processor, with the ID of the row as the request parameter. The second request calls the getList processor to reload the data.